Hello and welcome to our Engineering133 Python project. My name is Joseph Harper.
I'm Carter Mahan.
I'm John Perel.
So now we're going to talk a little bit about our project motivation. So our team decided to research the applications of image processing in agricultural and biological engineering. So a lot of what you can think of as a lot of plants and a lot of different crops, and it's very important to image those to see how different factors can impact the structure and the image of plants. So, some changes are weather changes or in climate changes, pesticides, and then also different experiments such as changing the genes of these plants. And so one example is a drone that can scan a farm, and the drone processes a variety of different cameras, both thermal and both imaging, and it analyzes the structure and the health of the farm to ensure that they have good crop yields. So in this situation, a farm could be impacted by a new pesticide or possibly a new invasive species. So this drone can go in and can image the field to be able to tell, does the crops still have a good yield? Are they still healthy? That's just one application that we thought of how, our basic skills right now could be eventually used in the future. So now I'm going to pass it over to Joey, who's going to talk about and explain our code for the project.
Okay, so this is our code. We start off by importing the required functions for our processes, and this is the commented version of our code, so it does not look as tidy as it normally would be. But our code has essentially, I can show it without the comments here. So our code is well organized into separate functions. We have the main function, the grayscale, smoothing, horizontal and vertical differentiation, edge enhancement, and thresholding, and all these are in separate modules. All of these separate functions are called within the main function along with various print statements that tells the user what step in the process that the image processing is in. And essentially what happens is we go through the matrix of an image and do various calculations within each of these functions to change the values within that image matrix and decide, and it will change the output of the image based off of the calculations we do. And at the very end of this, you only are calling one main function, which is very easy and efficient, and it helps our program run very fast and efficiently. So now, John is going to run through some of our example images that we have along with the outputs.
So the first one we're going to do is we have 3 PNGs of unadjusted images saved. The first one we're going to do is Morshu. So I'm going to put in Morshu. And for the thresholding, we're going to put in 90 as the intensity. See, it says image process, and you can see the plots. That's the thresholded image. There's the black lines, and then we can go into our files and see all the other parts each step of the way. Here we go. So let's start off with the grayscale image. There it is in grayscale. And then we can go to the horizontal edge. Go to smoothing. That's the grayscale image that's smooth.
Slightly blurry.
Horizontal edge next. Vertical edge. The enhance. Takes both the horizontal and the vertical edge. And then we got the threshold vid finally, which uses the enhanced, takes the intensity that we gave, and defines either to be black or white at given points based on that intensity. Next we can go to the next image. Run it again. We have the Purdue arc for the next one. Enter, 90 again.
right before we start. Sorry about that. Our video got cut off, but this is now the second part of it right after this image got completed. So here's John again.
Yep, so I put the Purdue arc in, ran the program, and this is what we have. This is what's shown in the plot, and we can go to the images to see all the steps of the way. Let's start off with the gray image. We got a smooth image, same stuff as last time. Horizontal edge, vertical edge, enhanced, thresholded. Open that. Alright. Now we're going to run it again for our last one. Last one, we got our own picture of the Purdue Bell Tower. Do 90 again. We got the threshold. Do all the other ones. Open the gray. Smooth. Horizontal edge, vertical edge, enhanced. Threshold. Now we're going to go through and see what some error messages we might get. So say you download an image, you don't get the name right. Say I put, can't find the photo given. Say again, I get the name wrong, so I'm like, just whatever. So, can't find the photo given, and it'll terminate the application. Run it again. Again, spell something wrong. Here we go, put it right. Intensity. There we go, it still works if you put it in wrong the first time. So lastly, I'm going to hand it off to Carter.
So after this one stops processing, I'm going to talk a little bit about the intensity function. So while we're waiting for that to finish, the intensity function works so that if you have an image that is for some reason too light when you use the optimal value of 90, which we think is the correct range or the correct value for most images, but you can change it. So if you want a value or want an edge detected that's more intense or shows more of the edges, you have to enter a value less than 90. And if you want an edge that shows less of the edges, so it's less intense, you need to enter a value more than 90 on a range from 1 to 255. So let's look at that Purdue arch, this image right here. Let's take a look at that, but a little bit more intense. So if I were to do that, and I would enter the Purdue Bell Tower. And let's say that I want it to be darker, so I'm going to enter a value of 60. It will go through, and it will make that value a bit darker. So you can see it's a little bit more detailed than that, and that happens in the same thing. So at the horizontal edge, well, that part doesn't change, but this right here, where we threshold it, does change. So that image right there does change. So let's say we wanted to make it lighter now. So you can enter the same photo. And let's say we want it to be lighter now, so we're going to do 120. And it will make the image lighter, so less edges.
Yep.
All right, so that's all we have. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Thank you.